Africa is a continent full of life, beauty, and potential. But behind the music, culture, and color, there are countries still fighting to escape deep poverty. In some places, families live on less than $2 a day. Others are struggling with war, drought, or unstable governments that slow down progress. Yet even in the hardest conditions, people keep pushing, working, dreaming, and hoping for a better tomorrow. This is not just a list about numbers or money. It's about people, survival, and strength. Here's the 10 poorest countries in Africa, 2025, based on their gross domestic product. Beginning at number 10 is Niger. In the vast stretch of the Sahel, where the desert meets the sky, lies Niger, a country rich in courage but poor in resources. With most of its land covered by sand, life here is a constant battle against nature. Farmers depend on unpredictable rains, and when drought comes, it takes food, livestock, and hope. With it, Niger's economy depends mostly on agriculture and a bit of uranium mining. But with one of the fastest growing populations in the world, the struggle to provide basic needs never ends. Many families live on less than $2 a day, and education remains a dream for countless children in rural areas. Still, amid hardship, the spirit of Niger's people stands firm. From the farmers of Zinder to the herders of Agadas, they continue to fight for survival and for a future brighter than the desert sun that beats down on their land. At number 9 is Madagascar. Off the southeastern coast of Africa lies Madagascar, an island known for its unique wildlife, lush rainforests, and warm-hearted people. But behind the beauty of its landscapes lies a country struggling with poverty. Despite its rich natural resources, Madagascar's economy has long suffered from political instability, weak infrastructure, and the constant hit of natural disasters like cyclones and droughts. Most of its people live in rural areas, depending on farming to survive. But when the rains fail or crops are destroyed, families are left with nothing. In some parts of the country, children walk miles just to fetch clean water or attend school, with an average income of barely $2,000 a year. Madagascar remains one of the poorest nations in Africa, yet its people are full of resilience. They rebuild after every storm, plant again after every drought, and continue to hope that one day their island's beauty will be matched by its prosperity. At number 8 is Liberia. On the western coast of Africa lies Liberia, a nation born from hope and history. Founded by freed American slaves in the 1800s, it was once seen as a shining example of African freedom. But decades of civil war shattered that dream, leaving behind scars that still shape the country today. Even after years of peace, Liberia's economy struggles to recover. Roads are rough, hospitals are few, and jobs are scarce. Most people rely on small-scale farming, while others trade in crowded markets just to get by. The scars of war are not only physical, they're emotional, felt in every broken school and every family trying to rebuild from nothing. Yet Liberia is not without hope. Its young population is eager to learn, and its people are known for their strength and warmth. From the bustling streets of Monrovia to the quiet villages inland, Liberians continue to dream that one day, peace will finally bring the prosperity they've waited so long for. At number 7 is Democratic Republic of the Congo. Deep in the heart of Africa lies the Democratic Republic of the Congo, a land overflowing with natural riches. From gold and diamonds to cobalt and copper, it holds some of the most valuable minerals in the world. Yet for most of its people, this wealth has never brought comfort. Instead, it has fueled decades of conflict, corruption, and poverty. With a population of over 100 million, the DRC remains one of the poorest nations on earth. Roads are broken, power is scarce, and many families survive on less than $2 a day. In rural areas, children grow up without schools, and mothers walk miles just to find clean water. But amid hardship, the Congolese spirit remains unshaken. From the rhythmic beats of Kinshasa to the farms of Kivu, the people of Congo continue to rise each morning, believing that one day their country's immense natural wealth will serve its people, not destroy them. At number 6 is Somalia. On the eastern edge of Africa, where the land meets the Indian Ocean, lies Somalia, a nation defined by resilience. Once a thriving trade hub, Somalia has endured decades of conflict, drought, and instability that have left its people fighting simply to survive. With a GDP per capita of around $1,900, Somalia remains one of Africa's poorest countries. Years of civil war destroyed much of its infrastructure, forcing millions to depend on aid and remittances from abroad. Droughts hit often, killing livestock and drying up farmlands. For many families, a single meal a day is a blessing. Yet, through all the hardship, Somalia's people remain remarkably strong. Its young generation is rebuilding what war tore apart. From local schools in Hargeisa to small businesses in Mogadishu, the nation's coastline, one of the longest in Africa, still holds promise for trade and fishing. Somalia's story is one of survival, of a people who refuse to give up, even when the world turns away. At number 5 is Mozambique. Stretching along Africa's southeastern coast, Mozambique is a land of stunning beauty, turquoise waters, rich soil, and vibrant culture. But behind its postcard-perfect beaches lies a country still struggling to recover from years of war, corruption, and natural disasters. With an average GDP per capita of around $1,700, many Mozambicans live below the poverty line. Most families depend on farming, yet floods and cyclones often destroy what little they have. In recent years, powerful storms like Cyclone Idai swept through villages, washing away homes, crops, and hope. Despite sitting on massive natural gas reserves, much of the population sees little benefit. Unemployment remains high, and basic services such as healthcare and electricity are limited outside the cities. Still, Mozambique's people never stop trying. From fishermen in Beira to farmers in Nampula, they rebuild again and again, proof that the human spirit can rise even after being knocked down. Mozambique's journey is far from over, but its resilience continues to shine through every hardship. At number 4 is Malawi. They call it the warm heart of Africa, and for good reason. Malawi is known for its kind people, peaceful nature, and the calm waters of Lake Malawi that stretch for hundreds of miles. But behind its beauty lies a nation weighed down by poverty. With a GDP per capita of about $1,765, Malawi's economy depends heavily on farming, especially tobacco, tea, and maize. But when droughts strike or prices fall, millions are pushed deeper into hunger. Many families survive on small plots of land, and for some, even clean drinking water remains a luxury. Electricity is scarce, jobs are few, and healthcare is stretched thin. Yet despite the odds, the Malawian spirit is full of warmth and determination. Children walk miles to school each morning, and farmers gather under the rising sun to till the soil once more. Malawi may be poor in wealth, but it is rich in hope. And in every smiling face, you can feel a quiet belief that one day this small, landlocked country will rise above its struggles. At number 3 is Central African Republic. Right in the heart of Africa lies the Central African Republic, a nation rich in diamonds, gold, and forests. But in a cruel twist of fate, its wealth has become its curse. For decades, the country has been torn apart by conflict and political instability, leaving millions trapped in poverty and fear. With a GDP per capita of around $1,300, CAR ranks among the poorest nations on Earth. Roads are few, hospitals are under-equipped, and education is a distant dream for many children. In some areas, entire communities live without access to clean water or electricity. Yet, amid the chaos, the people of CAR continue to endure. They plant crops in war-torn fields, rebuild homes from ashes, and sing songs of hope even in the darkest nights. Their resilience is the heartbeat of the nation, a reminder that no matter how deep the suffering, the human spirit can still find a way to rise. At number 2 is Burundi. In the rolling hills of East Africa lies Burundi, a small country with a big heart. Green fields stretch across its landscape, and its people are known for their kindness and humility. But beneath the beauty of its mountains and lakes lies a harsh reality. Burundi remains one of the poorest countries in the world. With an average GDP per capita of just over $1,000, life for most Burundians revolves around survival. Nearly 90% of the population depends on farming, Yet poor soil, heavy rains, and droughts make harvests unpredictable. Many families live without electricity, and access to clean water is still limited. Years of political tension and limited economic opportunity have slowed progress, forcing many young people to leave in search of better lives. Still, the people of Burundi remain hopeful. In every village, you'll find laughter, faith, and a determination to keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the journey. Burundi may be small, but its courage is enormous. Finally, at number 1 is South Sudan. At the top of this list stands South Sudan, the world's youngest nation and Africa's poorest. Born from hope in 2011 after decades of civil war, the country began with dreams of peace and prosperity. But before it could stand on its own, violence and conflict returned, tearing families apart and halting development before it could begin. With a GDP per capita of less than $1,000, South Sudan faces one of the hardest living conditions on the continent. Millions live in displacement camps, children go hungry, and hospitals are often without medicine. Despite being rich in oil, most citizens have never seen the benefits of their country's resources. Floods, droughts, and inflation only make survival harder. Yet even in despair, the South Sudanese spirit shines. You see it in the determination of mothers rebuilding homes with bare hands, and in the laughter of children playing by the Nile River. Their story is one of pain, but also of endurance. South Sudan's journey is far from over, and perhaps one day, the nation that began with so much struggle will rise as a symbol of strength for all of Africa.